This is macOS Ken.
Apple's big announcement, a difference of iPhone opinion, and a bit of beta news. It's Thursday, the 14th of January, 2021. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from macOS Ken, brought to you by yours truly and sponsored by NordVPN. Get 68% off NordVPN, only $3.71 a month, plus an additional month free at nordvpn.com/macOSKen. This show is also sponsored by Amazon Pharmacy. Your medication made easy. Here's what you don't get with Amazon Pharmacy: overpriced candy and 3.5 yards of receipt. Here's what you do get with Amazon Pharmacy: your meds delivered right to your door. Chances are you already get stuff delivered from Amazon. Now you can get your meds the same way. Just get your doctor's office to send your next prescription straight to Amazon Pharmacy, and it is on its way. Amazon Pharmacy works with most insurance plans across the country, but if you're an Amazon Prime member like me, you can save on prescription medication when paying without insurance and get free 2-day delivery. Plus, you don't have to be around other people, which these days is a serious plus. If you're still going to the pharmacy to pick up your meds, have them come to you instead. Amazon Prime members can save on prescription medication when not using insurance and get free 2-day delivery. Learn more at amazon.com/macOSKenRx. AMAZON. That's amazon.com/macOSKenRx. Amazon.com/macOSKenRx. So Apple's big announcement was a big announcement. The company sent out a press release on Wednesday announcing major new racial equity and justice initiative projects. I'm calling that REJI, by the way. Apple refers to the initiative by its initials, REJI, throughout the press release. I'm going to call it REJI until somebody at Apple tells me not to. If you don't remember what REJI is, it's the program Apple announced last summer in the wake of protests around the world following the killings of Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, and countless others. According to the company, the initiative builds on Apple's work to advance racial equity in education, the economy, and the criminal justice system, and is led by Apple's Vice President of Environment, Policy, and Social Initiatives, Lisa Jackson. She is quoted in the press release saying, "Every individual deserves equal access to opportunity, regardless of skin color or zip code. For too long, communities of color have faced gross injustices and institutional barriers to their pursuit of the American dream, and we are proud to lend our voices and resources to build new engines of opportunity that empower, inspire, and create meaningful change." So what's new? The release outlines a number of new projects. The Propel Center is a first-of-its-kind innovation and learning hub for the historically black colleges and universities, or HBCU community. According to the release, Apple's $25 million contribution will enable the Propel Center to support HBCU students and faculty through a robust virtual platform, a physical campus in the historic Atlanta University Center, as well as on-campus activations at partner institutions. The company is building an Apple Developer Academy in Detroit, the first of its kind in the U.S. Quoting the release again, the Academy is designed to empower young black entrepreneurs, creators, and coders, helping them cultivate the skills necessary for jobs in the rapidly growing iOS app economy. Launched in collaboration with Michigan State University, Apple Developer Academy courses will be open to all learners across Detroit, regardless of their academic background or whether they have any previous coding experience. 2 programs are planned: a 30-day introductory program for folks considering an app economy career, and an intensive 10 to 12-month program for people who think, yeah, an app economy career is for me. Apple will also empower entrepreneurs through new funding partnerships. The release says the company will invest $10 million with Harlem Capital, an early-stage venture capital firm based in New York, to support its investment in 1,000 companies with diverse founders over the next 20 years. The release says the company will also invest $25 million in Sybert Williams Shank's Clear Vision Impact Fund, which provides capital to small and medium-sized businesses with an emphasis on minority-owned companies. Also quoted in the release, Apple CEO Tim Cook, who said, "We are all accountable to the urgent work of building a more just, more equitable world, and these new projects send a clear signal of Apple's enduring commitment. We're launching REJI's latest initiatives with partners across a broad range of industries and backgrounds, from students to teachers, developers to entrepreneurs, and community organizers to justice advocates, working together to empower communities that have borne the brunt of racism and discrimination for far too long. We are honored to help bring this vision to bear and to match our words and actions to the values of equity and inclusion we have always prized at Apple." If you would like a bit more flavor around the announcement, Cook and Jackson did appear Wednesday on CBS This Morning. You can view that on the CBS website. Personally, I think you can skip it because I really have a problem with morning news. Now, there was one bit of news made in Tim Cook's appearance on CBS on Wednesday. Apple Insider had Cook saying that Parler, the social app for the decidedly antisocial, can go back into the App Store. You know, once it cleans up its act. Apparently applying for king of all understatements, Cook told CBS This Morning host Gayle King, "Parler has some issues with moderation. Our hope is that they do that and get back on the store. We suspended them. We did not ban them. We have terms of service for our App Store, and some of those terms of service Parler's CEO is in violation of. All we're asking is he meet the terms of service." You know, sometimes I think Cook is too much of a gentleman. Then he busts out with lines like, "Parler has some issues with moderation." It's kind of funny. Two notes of note from the financial front on Wednesday. Apple 3.0 ran part of one from UBS analyst David Vogt. He's done some back-of-the-envelope math that he thinks shows iPhone sales in China down last year. That's despite the November-December surge driven by iPhone 12. I'll be honest, I don't understand his math. He thinks, though, that he has flattened out the late launch of iPhone 12 to make 2020 and 2019 more comparable. Do that, and on a full-year basis, he says, he and his estimate iPhone units in China declined roughly 4%, despite the strong uplift in the December quarter. What he doesn't acknowledge, though, is that iPhone 11 was not 5G enabled, while iPhone 12 is. Seems like that could play into the mix, but who knows? UBS has a neutral rating on Apple shares. Vogt's price target on the shares is $115. Coming at Apple from a much happier place is Wedbush analyst Daniel Ives. Apple Insider has the head of Apple's Pep Squad financial division saying sales of iPhone are crushing his firm's bull case scenario. The street's looking for Apple to ship 218 million iPhones this year. Ives, on the other hand, thinks they could ship as many as 250 million units. A lot of that has to do with China. Yes, the same China that Vogt's note sort of downplayed. Quoting Apple Insider, Ives adds that China is still a centerpiece of the ongoing 5G supercycle, with 20% of upgrades expected to come from the region. The analyst says he is seeing positive trends from China heading into 2021. Bull case on top of bull case, the analyst thinks Apple could hit a $3 trillion valuation sometime in 2022. Worth noting, though, that is his bull case, not his expectation. It would hinge on Apple shares hitting $200. When he's a bit more grounded, he has a positive rating on Apple shares and a price target of $160. More news in a moment, but first a word from NordVPN. Online security starts with a click. You've probably got privacy and security measures built into everything you do. A password manager, a good anti-malware solution. Hopefully you've got a VPN in there as well. Something like NordVPN. A VPN gives you a secure encrypted tunnel for your online traffic. So whether you're traveling or on a network you're not sure is secure, you can surf privately. As for NordVPN specifically, they've got over 5,200 super-fast servers in 59 countries around the world. The next web says with NordVPN, you'll always find fast, reliable access points, and with 0 logs recorded, you can surf safely, knowing your information will never fall into the wrong hands. I say, trying servers both here in the States and around the world, my access has been speedy and easy. But try it for yourself at an incredibly low price. Right now you can get 68% off NordVPN, only $3.71 a month, plus you get an additional month free at nordvpn.com/macOSken or use a coupon macOSken. NordVPN comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so take advantage of this deal. Get 68% off NordVPN, only $3.71 a month, plus an additional month free at nordvpn.com/macOSken or use coupon macOSken. nordvpn.com/macOSken or use coupon macOSken. If you got a Belkin portable wireless charger plus stand special edition WIZW03, either from Belkin or through Apple, yeah, you want to go ahead and unplug that. Seems it might shock you or burn stuff down maybe. Apple Insider says Belkin has initiated a voluntary recall for models sold between July and October of last year. According to Belkin, according to the piece, a manufacturing defect in the device's power supply could cause it to overheat and increase the risk of catching fire or shocking users. The company advises anyone who owns the product to stop using it and to unplug it from its power source immediately. Belkin added that it would refund users who bought the charger. More information is available on Belkin's site. A slew of new developer betas from Apple on Wednesday. iDownload blog says developers got hit with second betas of iOS 14.4, iPadOS 14.4, macOS Big Sur 11.2, watchOS 7.3, and tvOS 14.4. Perhaps the biggest change for any of the betas. The piece indicates that Apple's app tracking transparency feature is on in a big way in the beta of iOS 14.4. That's the feature that'll ask you whether it's okay with you for an app to track your activity across other apps. In addition to that, the piece says there are new haptic feedback elements when transferring media from a HomePod Mini to an iPhone 11 or iPhone 12 equipped with a U1 chip. And the piece says there is a new Time to Walk feature in the Apple Watch. There's a new Add Newest Workouts to Watch. That's associated with the Apple Watch's latest beta, watchOS 7.3, and suggests a new guided audio walking workout is in the works. That's almost a tongue twister. No word on when public betas will be available. iDownload blog figures they'll be along sometime this week. And finally today, good news for the security-minded among us. When did I become that guy? Anyway, good news for security-minded Mac users. 9to5Mac says Apple is fixing a problem that Apple created in macOS Big Sur. You can set up a firewall for your Mac, deciding what apps on your computer can send and receive information. No problem, right? Well, yes, actually. According to the report, back in November, some developers raised concerns due to a change in macOS Big Sur, which allowed Apple apps to bypass firewall filters in any situation. You might think that's annoying, though security researcher Patrick Wardle ran a test that showed such a bypass posed a verifiable security risk. I actually talked to him about that on the checklist by Secure Mac at the start of December. If you want to hear more, you can look for checklist number 209, Apple Flouts the Firewall. Those bypasses are still there, though looks like they're going away. 9to5Mac says Wardle's been poking around in the macOS 11.2 beta that came out yesterday. He says the firewall exceptions Apple installed have been removed. Once that's out, the piece says Apple's apps will no longer bypass third-party firewalls, and users can once again monitor their traffic on the web. Coming up in a few minutes, Peter Cohen and I have ideas. We talk over what services we would like to see Apple tackle and whether we actually want any more services from them. You can hear it all in a few minutes. Listen and subscribe wherever you get podcasts. macOS Ken is going live again today, 3:30 Pacific, 6:30 Eastern, other times, other places on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/KenRay. Catch it live or on replay there. You can also grab the audio podcast, macOS Ken Live, wherever you get podcasts. macOS Ken, brought to you by me and sponsored by Amazon Pharmacy. Your medication made easy. Learn more at amazon.com/macOSKenRx. This show is also sponsored by NordVPN. Get 68% off NordVPN, only $3.71 a month, plus an additional month free at nordvpn.com/macOSken. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media, online at backbeatmedia.com. You can reach me a couple of ways. Info at macosken.com or call 716-780-4080. Until next time, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Ciao.